You still haven't told me the reason you shot your own
Oh,
tire.
yeah,
Why?
just to keep them from stealing my truck. You
Oh,
know,
okay. You thought they was gonna steal your
yeah,
truck.
they were in the truck. They were inside the truck. Yeah, I was worried they were stealing my truck. No problem. Well, when they got up to the apartment, they saw I had a lot of guns locked up, and then they went crazy. They called SWAT team. They called, you know, and all they ever wanted, all the prosecuting attorney, her name was Christine, whatever. She's a judge now. All she wanted was the guns. She said, "You sign over your guns. Let us keep them. Don't fight us for it. We'll let you go." And I said, "Y'all can keep me in jail as long as y'all want. Y'all can't keep my guns, you know."
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. You have to forgive me. But what can possibly be more American than a man shooting up his truck to protect it from getting stolen and then sitting in jail for something like 10 months because he refused to give the judge, the prosecution, his guns? I mean, this man should get a Presidential Medal of Freedom. And this is a pardon hearing out of the state of Louisiana. You see, he ended up getting that record because he didn't want to give up his guns. And then he went back to the store a couple of months ago to buy a shotgun, or a couple of years ago, and they said, "You can't own a shotgun because you're a felon." So he is here asking Louisiana to ask the governor to give him his Second Amendment rights back. I mean, what can be more American than this? So we're going to go and see this hearing, see if Louisiana will give him that Second Amendment right. I feel like this could be a country song, and let's see if it has a happy ending.
You're here seeking a pardon with restoration of firearms. You were sentenced in July 1997 in Vermilion Parish for misdemeanor domestic violence and simple battery. You received in 1997 6 months parish jail and 1 year unsupervised probation.
I wasn't in jail. I didn't go to jail.
Well, that was your sentence that was suspended,
Oh, okay, yes.
placed on probation.
Oh, okay, yes.
Okay. So your case has been assigned to Mr. Prater. Mr. Prater?
Okay, Mr. Broussard.
Yes, sir.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Good. I'm tired of being here, and I know you tired of waiting, aren't you?
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
All right, well, we got some questions about this 1996 charge of simple battery that was a domestic deal, and that prevents you from having firearms, correct?
Yes, sir. Federal,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, and you're wanting a pardon for that and firearms restoration, correct?
Yes, I have purchased many firearms since then, but 2 years ago, all of a sudden, I went to buy another shotgun, and federal government says you can't have none. So I want to try to restore my, federally to restore my rights to be able to purchase a firearm legally.
Okay, well, let's fast forward to 2014
Yes, sir.
when you were charged with that aggravated assault.
Misdemeanor, yes.
Yes, there's a misdemeanor, as was the simple battery.
Right.
Because the domestic violence. But you didn't know in 2014 that you weren't supposed to have a gun?
Well, federally, no, I did not know that. The state doesn't care, but the federal government. And after 2014, I purchased more firearms. Nothing happened except when I went 2 years ago, I think, and that's when the FFL came back. The federal, said, "Oh, you're not allowed to have firearms because of the incident in 1996." The incident in 2014 doesn't prevent me from having firearms.
No, sir, I understand that.
Yes, sir.
But the incident in 96 did, but you had firearms in 2014. That's
Yes,
what concerns me.
Well, I didn't know. They let me purchase them. They let me purchase them legally. I filled out the federal firearms license. I don't purchase any guns, illegally. I purchased them legally, filled out the firearm, the FFL, that they require you to do, and everything went through. The federal government's, the ATF or whatever said, yeah, he could buy it and purchase it, and I purchased them legally.
Okay, well, I'll come back and ask a couple more questions, but I see you got some folks that want to speak on your behalf. And let's sit them with a brief statement and you all don't need to say a whole lot, just tell us what you're thinking, okay? And we'll start with, Renee Zachary, your wife. Let's hear what she's got to say.
Hello, sir. I'm sorry, the panel, to everyone. What do you what do you need to know about Chad?
Is he a pretty good guy? Did he ever slap you around or anything?
Oh, no. No, sir. Never.
Well, it
Never,
says
never,
on here
never.
you wanted to say something, so I don't need to interrogate you or interview you if you don't have anything in particular you want to add.
Well, he's a great person, a great husband. He's a deacon at church. As I've, we've been together for like 7 years or a little bit before that, and nothing has ever transpired, domestic wise, between us. So.
All right, well, thank you, ma'am. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. Thank you for sitting here.
Am I
Let's
free to
talk.
go? I'm sorry. Am I free to go, or I have to stay on?
No, ma'am, you free to go.
Thank you. Y'all have a good afternoon.
And yourself. Okay, let's talk to Jody Broussard, your brother. Check.
He's having trouble getting on his phone. He was going to use my phone, but he had to leave, and he just texted me and said he was having some problems getting on his phone.
I understand, and we apologize for the delay. These days, we don't even take a lunch break.
I understand.
We've been going since 6 this morning.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Okay, let's talk to Raina Broussard, your daughter. Is she around?
Yeah, I'm here.
You are? Hey, Raina.
Hey.
Tell us what you want to tell us about your dad.
Well, the incident in 1997 or whenever, I mean, I was a kid. I don't really remember, but I could say my mom is the crazy one. No, my dad's a good man. This is kind of wild. So he's always, been into guns, had guns. He looks like Santa Claus. He's harmless. He's great. He's a great person. Like my stepmom said, he's a deacon at church. He's the HOA president of his neighborhood that he takes very seriously. So, I don't see any reason for him not to be able to buy, firearms under the federal government.
Okay. All right, let's talk to Chad again.
Yes, sir.
Chad, my concern is not the pardon. My concern is what you're really after, and that's the firearms because of the 2014 incident where you're out there. From what I got, and I've got copies of the police report, and I've read them several times, and the police, you charged with terrorism, which is, there was a regular shootout, wasn't it?
No. I had a brand new truck, and I was living in a very exclusive apartment complex, and we had a closed-in garage, but my truck was out the garage, so I went out right when it was getting dark to put my truck back in the garage, and I had 3 people in my truck trying to steal my truck. I had a pistol between my driver's seat and the middle console, and I reached over to get it. A little fight ensued, and I ended up getting the pistol, and I just walked around my truck and shot my tires out. That's all that happened. There was no shootout with anybody, although the manager of the apartment witnessed it, and she said that somebody from the rear seat of my truck shot back at me. I don't remember that. But that's all it was. I shot my tires. That's all it was. And they did not arrest me at first. I was downstairs getting kind of cold. I didn't have a shirt on. I said, can we go up to my apartment to, write the report? I'm getting cold. No problem. Well, when they got up to the apartment, they saw I had a lot of guns locked up, and then they went crazy. They called SWAT team. They called, and all they ever wanted, all the prosecuting attorney, her name was Christine, whatever, she's a judge now. All she wanted was the guns. She said, you sign over your guns, let us keep them, don't fight us for it, we'll let you go. And I said, y'all can keep me in jail as long as y'all want. Y'all can't keep my guns, for shooting my tires out. So, and at that time I was working at the gun shows with the federal firearms license, not mine, but another gentleman's. I was helping him sell guns and purchasing guns. So that's all that happened. And they kept me in jail, 10 months, I believe, and dropped it to misdemeanor. Cause like I said, there was no shootout with anybody else, around. I just shot my tires out. Of
Well,
my
you gotta explain that to me. What kind what kind of fool shoots his own tires out, but I didn't want to call you a fool.
Well, no, that's fine. The thing was, they had a person in the front on the driver's side and two people in the back. Now, what was interesting is they took off. They left before they ran. So while I was in jail, there was a gentleman I was in jail with, and he was telling another guy, and that was the first time I've ever been in jail. I ain't never even got a speeding ticket before that. And come to find out, that one particular guy was one of the guys that was trying to steal my truck. So when I found out, I asked the jailers, I said, y'all need to move him out of my pod because, it's not going to look. Of course, the police didn't believe me that's why I shot my tires out. But that's the reason I shot my tires out,
Why you still haven't told me the reason you shot your own tire.
Yeah.
Why?
Just to keep them from stealing my truck.
Oh, okay. You thought they was gonna steal your truck.
Yeah, they were in the truck. They were inside the truck. Yeah, I was worried they were stealing my truck.
But
it was only
have a key to it? Did they have a key to the truck?
I had keys inside the truck, but he hadn't found them yet. When I got there, when I got in the truck, the door was unlocked. I had the keys underneath the mat. He hadn't found the keys yet to the truck. And then I just walked around and shot my tires out. They took off running. That was it. The manager was right next to me the whole time, the apartment manager. She made a statement.
Yes, I read it. I read his statement. Yeah. I'm kind of concerned about World War III or something.
Arsenal of weapons.
It's not a laughing matter. I mean, but it was just something that occurred,
Okay. All right, I'm gonna throw a lifeline out to my friends here and see if they can.
Well, I'm still concerned. I don't even understand how you felt. I don't even understand how you got away with the firearms, because I keep hearing.
Because it was a misdemeanor.
Okay, because it says that when they went into your apartment in plain view, an arsenal of weapons ranging from guns, military style assault rifles, and handguns.
Cops are so dramatic. I had a gun collection. Most of those guns were from my childhood.
Am I allowed to talk?
No.
No, man.
Most of those guns were from my childhood that I've collected since I've been, actually, I think 10 years old. I've been hunting since I've been 8 or 9. And I had one AR-15, an AK-47. And, I like when I watch these proceedings on TV about the gun bans. I fear a deer hunter that could take me out at 500 yards more than I am than somebody carrying an AR-15 walking around.
That's right. I understand it. Excuse me,
I'm finished.
Okay, we don't need to get in that and don't misunderstand. There's nothing illegal about possessing firearms.
Yeah, I understand.
Except unless you got domestic violence.
They never told me that.
But you didn't know that.
It never stopped me.
Okay, that's all the questions I have.
Any other questions? I don't see any other questions. So Mr. Prater, we'll call for your vote.
Thank you.
Don't you love voting first?
Well, Mr. Broussard, I want to see you get your pardon, but there's nothing said that I'm comfortable with giving a firearm back to a man that shoots his own tires out.
I don't need to laugh. I'm sorry.
Steve, he stated that he was shooting him out to keep the guys from driving off. with
Right, I
the truck.
understand. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's the guys get away with his truck.
Okay,
Well, I wouldn't shoot my
really
tires.
have, I don't want you to get your gun. I don't want you to have restoration of firearms, but I can't articulate any reason why I would vote against you getting your guns back. Because if it hadn't been for the 2014 thing back, the fact the guy's a gun collector, there's nothing wrong with that. So since I can't articulate why, I'm gonna vote, my vote is to recommend a pardon with restoration of firearms.
Mr. Freeman?
I'm like you, I'm caught. It's not. My vote is gonna be a pardon without firearms.
Mr. Tillett?
My vote is to grant with firearms.
Mrs. Stapleton?
Mine's gonna be pardon without firearms, and it's because anybody else that shows up here with a domestic violence charge, they can't have a gun. So that's why.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
No, we're voting. We're still voting, sir.
I'm sorry.
All right, so you've gotten four votes for a pardon. And it's split. You got 2 with firearms and 2 without firearms. My vote would be the pardon with restoration of firearms, because I feel like Mr. Prater, there's really not a reason that I can say why you shouldn't have it. We see all the time where people are confused with the federal law and the state law and having the misdemeanor conviction. I mean, we see that confusion all the time, and they don't know that they can't have one until the most recently. So, so you've gotten a unanimous vote for the pardon, and the majority says pardon with restoration of firearms. So we're going to make that recommendation to the governor.
Thank you.
Pardon with restoration of firearms.
Thank you very much. Y'all won't be sorry.
All right.
Thank you. Don't make us sorry.
No. Thank you.
America, I love it. I don't know. Like, I don't know how you feel about this. I'm a Second Amendment guy, and I actually was drinking the Kool-Aid that he was giving, and it was so, there was just so country about it. Like, he wasn't sugarcoating anything. He was just saying it how it was. And the parole board, they just said, and I love what the sheriff said. That was the man when he said, "Oh, no, police are so dramatic." It was Sheriff Prater. He's been like the sheriff of Louisiana for, he's like Sheriff Judd Grady out of Florida, but Louisiana version. And it's like but here's what, let me translate. I'm sure many of you followed, but those of you who are like, what just happened? Basically, my understanding is that in like 1996, he had guys break into his truck to steal it. He had his 9mm in the glove compartment, so he reaches in, he's able to grab it. In order to prevent them from stealing his truck, because that's like the most heroic thing you can do as an American. You can't let someone take your truck. He shoots up the tires. He doesn't shoot into the vehicle. He doesn't shoot at them. He shoots the tires, which with Sheriff Prater just couldn't understand. Who would shoot their own truck? And then the police come. And he's not arrested. He's not, they're sitting there. It's outside. It's cold. He does the one thing I would never do. I mean, straight up. And I love my men and women in blue, but there is still something scary about inviting them into your house and you got guns locked up and you're under an investigation. Not the smartest thing to do. I mean, we all you get an attorney, right? But he invites them in, and what he's saying is that they saw his arsenal, which is really his collections. He had his AR, his AK, but it's like, yeah, they're so dramatic. And and then he believes that the prosecutor wanted the guns, and they're like, well, we're arresting you, and we're going to charge you with acts of terrorism. Crazy that they brought that charge. That's nuts. And they keep him in jail because he's doing the one and only thing that he can do. He's not giving up his guns. Sorry. It's just, and he said it so matter of factly, like he would do it again and again and 100 times over, right? And so he spends, what was it, 10 months in jail. But he was a hero. He kept his guns all right. And then I think what happened then is in 2012 or 2014, he goes to buy a weapon again, and then maybe he gets in trouble because he's not allowed to, but he had no idea. So he applies for this. And he just says it so matter of fact. What he really needed was an attorney. That would have, paved the way. But then he has his wife come on, and his wife is so, what's the word? Like she's just so like she's driving in the car, and she's just like so. It's like this is her 10th time this week that she's gotten on the call with the Pardon and Commutations Board. It's something she does every day. Oh yeah, the interjection from the dog. This is like pure comedy gold. I mean, this is the heartbeat of America right here, is it not? I don't know. I thought it was just totally. This was it. This is something you want to. There it is, right here. But, anyways, the YouTube algorithm is like totally completely changed. I want this to go viral. So if you leave your comments on what you think, it will help it go viral. But only leave a meaningful comment. Sometimes it's. Do you think you should have gotten a pardon? Do you think that we're gonna hear about this in the news, we're gonna regret it? Because the pardon board had a lot, if something crazy does happen, this is, the world's gonna see it. And it was interesting, it just
You still haven't told me the reason you shot your own tire.
Yeah,
Why?
just to keep them from stealing my truck.
Oh, okay. You thought they was gonna steal your
Yeah,
truck.
she said, you sign over your guns, let us keep them, don't fight us for it, we'll let you go. And I said, y'all can keep me in jail as long as y'all want, y'all can't keep my guns,
You still haven't told me the reason you shot your own tire.
Yeah,
Why?
just to keep them from stealing my truck.
Oh, okay. You thought they was gonna steal your
Yeah,
truck.
she said, you sign over your guns, let us keep them, don't fight us for it, we'll let you go. And I said, y'all can keep me in jail as long as y'all want, y'all can't keep my guns,
You still haven't told me the reason you shot your own tire.
Yeah,
Why?
just to keep them from stealing my truck.
Oh, okay. You thought they was gonna steal your
Yeah,
truck.
she said, you sign over your guns, let us keep them, don't fight us for it, we'll let you go. And I said, y'all can keep me in jail as long as y'all want, y'all can't keep my guns, She said, you sign over your guns, let us keep them, don't fight us for it, we'll let you go. And I said, y'all can keep me in jail as long as y'all want, y'all can't keep my guns,